The pay-per-view result is now final. Tanaka's decision is final. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but let's get to the pay-per-view and find out. Hello and welcome back to Curbstomp City and another episode of ECW Lives on TEW 2016, and today we're bringing you the last revolt before the pay-per-view this weekend, ECW Black and Blue. So it's going to be a good episode, I think, and there's a lot to be set up for the pay-per-view, so let's get into it. If you are joining me during the premiere, hello, say hello in the chat. This is the first time I've tried this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to be starting to try premiering this series a little bit on YouTube. If you don't know what that is, basically you watch along with me on the channel and I'll be interacting with you in the chat. So if that's something you're interested in getting involved in, make sure you turn notifications on. And if you ever see a video saying premiere ECW Lives, make sure you click set reminder. But with that out of the way, let's get into the show. And we start with Rhino appearing at the top of the stairs in the crowd. The crowd are chanting gore, 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 gore along with his music. And Rhino pushes through a sea of people and hops the barricade and enters the ring. But then Brian Kendrick runs from the backstage area and runs down the ramp into the ring. And Joey Styles says, "Oh my god, it's Brian Kendrick. Is he insane?" And Don West says he's running straight for Rhino. And before Rhino spots him, Kendrick climbs onto the turnbuckle. As Rhino turns, Kendrick hits him with a beautiful missile dropkick. Rhino stumbles backwards as Kendrick keeps the pressure on with a flurry of strikes. Rhino drops to his knees and Kendrick takes a second, runs into the ropes and rebounds, but Rhino sees it coming and hits him with a gore. Rhino is furious. He shakes his head in anger, picks Kendrick up and power drives him into the canvas. And what a way to start Revolt. Rhino's making his way to the ring and out of nowhere Kendrick just runs at him, attacks him, but Rhino turns it around and Kendrick is laid out on the floor. And this angle got the crowd off to a strong start and the angle got the crowd hotter. And yeah, what a way to start with an 83B+ as well, so the rating backs it up as well, so that's decent. And then Paul Heyman's voice can be heard over the speaker system and he says, "Rhino, Rhino, Rhino, I just wanted to thank you for doing half of our job for us." And then Heyman walks out onto the ramp and he says, "Kendrick, I wanted to use this opportunity to tell you something. This Sunday, live on pay-per-view, you get your shot of a lifetime. You will get the opportunity at the ECW Championship. And what a story that would be." And he says this as he's laid out in the middle of the ring with potentially a broken neck. It's not going to be that easy though. The match will be a triple threat. Whoever is pinned leaves ECW. And your opponents? The champion, Minoru Tanaka and Goldberg. So the championship match is set for the pay-per-view this Sunday. It'll be a triple threat match between Brian Kendrick, Goldberg and Minoru Tanaka. Now remember, Tanaka and Goldberg are both aligned with Paul Heyman, and of course Brian Kendrick, now the enemy of that group, I guess. So yeah, it pretty much seems like Kendrick has zero chance of leaving Black and Blue as even a member of the roster, never mind champion. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then he says, "Oh, and Rhino, let's warm you up for our little fight this weekend." Remember, it's going to be Paul Heyman versus Rhino at Black and Blue as well. And he says, "I have 3 friends from the academy that want a shot at you. So let's see how you get on." And it's going to be a 3-on-1 handicap match and it's next. So yeah, Heyman's found 3 people that he likes in the academy while he's training for his fight with Rhino. Those men are Austin Aries, Delirious and Danny Havoc, and then they walk out onto the stage behind Heyman. And yeah, then they walk down to the ring, the match will start. And I got a 78B, so that's a really good segment for Aries, Delirious and Danny Havoc to be involved in. And even Kendrick. See, that's really quite amazing that 4 of these guys were like wrestling literally in the academy a month ago. And now they're in a segment on Revolt 78B. The power of Heyman and Rhino, I guess, let's call it. And then we go into the match itself. And Rhino defeats Austin Aries, Danny Havoc and Delirious in 7 minutes 45 when Rhino defeated Delirious with a gore. And Rhino carried the match He got an 84, what a guy. Delirious was off his game. Rhino shone this match. Did he just? Delirious with a 46, Danny Havoc with a 51, and Austin Aries with a 52. So actually decent performances from the three of them. And 72 B-. It's only going to help their popularity. And yeah, I'm not sure whether they're on the roster permanently now. But yeah, I just wanted to stack the odds on Rhino tonight and give him a good solid win against three guys. So yeah, I think it went well. Three great segments to start off the show. And we carry on. It hasn't gone quite as well. And after losing the ECW World Television Championship last week against Tommy Dreamer, CM Punk gets the opportunity to regain momentum in tonight's main event. For the first time ever, he will take on global wrestling veteran Jushin Thunder Liger. And this got a 55 C-. Our main event is set. It's going to be Jushin Liger taking on CM Punk, the former ECW Television Champion. And of course he went ages doing these open challenges, and finally he lost to Tommy Dreamer last week. And tonight he wants to prove that he's still one of the best in the world, and yeah, he's going to take on Jushin Thunder Liger. And yeah, as I say, 55 C-. And then we go into another match with the exact same rating. An extremely short match. Taka Michinoku defeats Vampiro in 2 minutes 47 with a roll-up. There was supposed to be a botched interference from Abyss. Don't know where that's gone. Should be on here. Okay, that's disappeared for some reason. However, they do have good chemistry in the ring. 61 for Taka, 61 for Vampiro. Great match. And yeah, the colour commentary did well. And yeah, I'll take that. That's a good match. And this obviously leads up into the Tag Team Championship match that will be happening on Black and Blue, where Taka Michinoku will be teaming with Sting to take on the Blackout, the team of Vampiro and Abyss. This kind of sets up the possibility that the champions may lose. So I think it does that job well. Let's carry on. And then we go into a junior heavyweight match. And this is for the #1 contendership for the junior heavyweight title on 0-1. So not the ECW one this time. And this match will happen the night before Black and Blue. So it's kind of like our takeover, I'm seeing it as, for 0-1 now. And I'm going to hold them on Saturday nights before our pay-per-views. So yeah, the winner of this match will take on the 0-1 champion on Saturday night. So the winner is Kenta, and he's defeated Bryan Danielson in 12 minutes by pinfall. Kenta was off his game, that's unfortunate. But he did get a decent performance in 52. Bryan Danielson superior with a 62. Nothing else to really note. A good match though, 64C. And Kenta will take on the 0-1 champion. I totally can't remember his name. Let's just go with it. At the pay-per-view. So yeah, that should be interesting. In Japan as well, so Kenta returning home to fight for the championship. So yeah, that should be interesting. And in the main event, CM Punk defeats Jushin Liger by pinfall with a go to sleep in 61 minutes 14. And we've gone for a massive main event here. CM Punk and Jushin Liger have gone over an hour and they've put on a 79B. Jushin Liger was visibly tiring towards the end, that's a shame. Punk though, being able to do the distance with a 76. Jushin Liger with a 73, so not even bad. Yeah, basically two workhorses. They've gone for an hour, CM Punk and Jushin Liger. Basic, simple story really. And yeah, it makes them both look excellent. So let's carry on. And we go to Punk and Liger, both laying on the canvas, suffering from exhaustion after the match. And Joey Styles says, what a match that was. And Don West says, these men have just battled for over an hour. What a performance that was. And Jushin Liger rolls out of the ring as CM Punk begins to get to his feet. And Punk leans forward to regain his breath in the middle of the ring, and the crowd are on their feet. And then finally Punk gets his breath back and he asks for a microphone. And he says, last week, I lost my TV championship to Tommy Dreamer. That belt was the symbol that showed that I truly was the best in the world. And week in and week out, I defended that title with everything I had, and to anybody that wanted to step up to me. But tonight I overcame the most difficult test I've ever faced. against Jushin Thunder Liger. But this Sunday at ECW Black and Blue, I want another challenge. Paul Heyman, put me in the ECW Championship match. If I'm pinned, I accept the consequences. I'll leave ECW. And he says, if anybody deserves to be in that match, it is me, CM Punk. I am the straight edge assassin and I am better than everybody in the back. And then CM Punk drops the mic as the show cuts off. And yeah, great promo from Punk, 77B there. You can see here Paul Heyman, Tanaka, Goldberg and Brian Kendrick are in the segment. They're not supposed to be. They were supposed to be off screen because he's mentioning the match. But yeah, CM Punk has asked to be in the championship match this Sunday. Will Paul Heyman accept? We'll find out at the pay-per-view, I guess. So if you're excited for it, make sure you hit the like button. And make sure you're there for the premiere as well. Make sure you turn your notifications on, like I was saying. It's going to be epic. Overall with this show, we've increased our popularity in 20 regions. And we got a 5.91 TV rating. So that is not the best we've had. I was going to say the best we've had. We're going down in viewers, it seems. So you can see Revolt. We're going down, up, then we've gone up again, then down slightly, up a little bit, then down a little bit more. So it's nothing too major though. We're still in around the sixes, which is huge. The 6.6 million viewers watching ECW this week, which is massive. So yeah, decent. Make sure you're here for the pay-per-view. Like I was saying, make sure you turn your notifications on. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more TEW 2016 and general wrestling content. And until next time, peace.